What's up, homies? Hey, Ninja Warrior Z here, and welcome to Toy Talk. And today I'm going to be talking about toys. And, just to kind of mix things up, I want to throw a video out here just, to keep the channel active. And, I want people to know that I haven't disappeared or anything like that. And today I'm just going to be talking about toys, man. My favorite action figures, the kind of figures I want to see, my favorite type of figures, all that cool stuff. And I guess I can't really think of a better figure to start off with than the one and only SH Figure Hearts Goku. So I'm going to take you right to that right now. What's up, guys? And here we go. See, this is pretty much for me what personifies a perfect action figure. What an action figure should be and what toy company should aspire to be. I mean, granted, every figure has flaws. I mean, this one has very, very, very few I can think about. Well, actually, his knees are even better now that I've had the figure a while. I guess the plastic's kind of worn down a little bit, but the knees used to have kind of a hard time bending right there. But really, that's the only flaw I can think about. If you want to even call it a flaw, maybe a minor inconvenience. If that, but to me, this is what a figure should be. Look how cool this is. And that being said, this is definitely my favorite action figure that I've ever owned. Well, I got a couple of more figures that I like a little bit more because of pure sentimental value, but he's easily my favorite SH Figure Hearts figure. And man, it's gonna be pretty hard for any figure company to ever top this. I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest with you. And next, I really love the revival of F Goku as well, because look at this. Look at this dude. It looks like he just walked straight off the anime. And I think that's what I love most about SH Figure Arts figures, is that they represent now the I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk fancy, so I sound like an idiot. They represent the animes they come from really well. And another company that does that well is Figma. And nothing says that. Well, Figma just does a really, really, really super good job with their figures, man. Look at this. She is just gorgeous. Look at that face. You may not be able to see it super well, but Figma, that's another one of my favorite companies. I just think they do a great job with their figures, especially when it comes to the design and the articulation and stuff like that. And if I have one gripe about Figma figures, is that they're a little pricey for the size of them, because they're pretty small figures compared to other figures. Even the male Figma figures are a little bit on the short side. So if I had to choose which one I like more, and this is really just down to personal opinion, is the SH Figure Arts, because I like getting more figure for my money. I've got bigger hands, slightly big hands, so handling them is a lot easier than handling the smaller figures, because you got more plastic to deal with. And another one of my favorite companies is Hasbro and their new Marvel Legends line. And you talk about a line that's been steeped in controversy and stuff like that. Maybe one day I'll do some more research and do a video on these all alone. And I used to have a lot of the old ones, but a lot of them broke because a lot of them were made very, very poorly. And I think the only classic one I have, you know what? I'm going to go grab it real quick. It's this old-fashioned Iron Fist right here. And I have an older Thor figure too, but that one looks like it's been beat up by Odin and sent back, and it's just all kinds of messed up. But I've had it for a few years, like almost 10 years. And Iron Fist, he's around that age too. He's about... Actually, this figure is 2006. Yeah, so this figure's pretty much, he's 10 years old by now. I've had this guy for a long, long time, and this is an example of what the older Marvel Legends actually been being done extremely well, because he's super duper posable. He's got crazy amounts of detail, and it's just a really, really good figure. I just can't really say anything bad about this one. The only thing that's ever come off is that a little sash thing, and I still had that piece. I just need to glue it back on, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's just a perfect example of an action figure done well, and in some ways, I really like this one more than the modern Iron Fist figure, because this one actually has a more unique body sculpt, and it's actually he looks more like the Iron Fist does in the comics, believe it or not. He's a lot more comic book accurate than the newer one. The newer one looks good, but he reeks of old parts, old action figure parts. I mean, you can tell he's using the same sculpt as a lot of figures. And he's just not very unique compared to this. They both look cool, but this one's a lot more stylized. And I am more biased towards a classic superhero design, so probably has something to do with my opinion. But I like this one. Well, let me know which one you guys think is better. And then we have NECA. Now, NECA just makes flat out amazing figures. I don't know how they do this, but they kill it every single time when it comes to the articulation, the detail, the paint, the sculpt. Every single thing about these figures are pretty much top quality. They've had some quality control issues with the older Predator figures, but that's pretty much non-existent now. And these figures, remarkably, are the same price as Marvel Legends. And not only are they much bigger. Gotta move Goku. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Multico. They're actually a lot bigger. You get a lot more figure for the price, and they're literally the same price. $19.99. I paid $20 for this guy. And I mean, it looks like a figure that you pay $50 or $40 for. Because I paid $70 for this Multico figure. And that's my garage door coming up. All right. Let me see. And then a lot of companies have these sub brands. Like, I really love Bandai's Shokugan line. These guys are really, really cool. The Shokugan minis. I only have one right now, but I'm planning on collecting a lot more. These are super duper cool looking. They've got a lot of detail packed into a tiny figure. They're a little bit pricey, but I think they're worth the price because these are just fun figures. And then we have Revotech, and I love the Revotech figures. You've seen these before a lot in the old videos for the strongest. These are some of the first figures I actually started collecting, and I'm a huge Fist of the North Star fan. It's actually my second favorite anime, right next to Dragon Ball Z. And I really love how these figures are made, man. They've got tons of articulation. I mean, some people think the joints are a bit weird, so how you feel about them, it's really subjective. It's, they're not objectively bad or, objectively good. It's personal opinion. I think they're great figures. Some people have trouble with the joints and stuff, but I just love their posability. And I love all the interchangeable accessories and parts they come with and how easy it is swapping out limbs, because sometimes it is a nightmare changing the limbs on like hands and stuff on Figment figures, especially because they're small, so they have those smaller pegs. And then we got more sub-lines like the Hasbro Black Series Star Wars figures and stuff like that. A lot of these things have gotten really, really expensive lately, so they're good to pick up and collect. And let's see. Yeah, so those are all my examples of what I think great figures are, man. Because to me, everyone has their things about what they like. For some people, it could just be the paint job. For others, it could be the articulation. For some people, it can be the sculpt that makes or break a figure for them. It can be as simple as how the eyes are painted for some people. But for me, to me, what makes a great figure is it being functional. I care. The sculpt does mean a lot to me because at the end of the day, I do like the characters to look like what they're supposed to look like. But the figure's got to be functional. It can't just look good, but not really be useful for anything, but just sitting there on a shelf. Because I love display pieces, but I'm more of a hands-on kind of collector, so I like to pose my figures and take pictures of them and do all kinds of stuff. So for me, the first thing I do when I get a figure is I think about how well will it work in a stop motion. That's what I think about, and that's what I love most about the Figure Arts figures. Is that even some of the Figma figures have little weird articulation quirks and stuff, but the SH Figure Arts, man, for the most part, they're completely posable. You can pretty much put them in any pose conceivable, anything that you really need to make cool dynamic poses or cool videos and cool fight scenes. Then they got the interchangeable hands, and then they're quality. They're made exceptionally well. I haven't had any quality control issues or anything, except for one of the common riders, but that's kind of an off-brand. But that's what I love in a figure. It's, above all else, it's functionality and usability. That's the biggest thing. That's what makes or breaks a figure for me. So that covers my favorite type of action figure and what my favorite figures are. And I got a whole bunch of ideas for different kinds of videos. I could do one featuring the G.I. Joes and everything else. So if you guys get any ideas, let me know, and maybe I'll have the figures and I'll make a video about it. You got any other cool toy topics you want to talk about, feel free to share, and I want to see what you guys think. What are your favorite action figures? What are your favorite toys? It can be anything. It can be Legos. It can be plastic green army men. It could be anything you can think of. If it counts as a toy, it can be anything. Tell me what you guys' favorite toys are, because I want to know, and I want to talk about it with you guys down in the comments below. So I'm going to close it out here, and thanks for watching this video, guys. And if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I love you all. Say Ninja Warrior Z out.